It's Caesarea, but before we will deal with the theater, there are no tourists. It's coronavirus time. Then this is the best. This is the best time to travel with my family and to show you the most ancient theater in Israel that was built by King Herod. Yes, the one that you know, the one who tried to kill Jesus, the one who controlled Israel. Then the theater was built with sandstone, a local stone, just like any other Roman theater. And Augustus Caesar, which is the same Caesar from the time of King Herod, said that it's better to build them theaters to give them pleasure and food. That the theater was bigger than what you see. You can see that only a part of it remains. We are talking about 6,000 people, and that is one of so many entrances. Well, you know, when you enter to a theater, you enter slowly, but then everyone goes out together. It sounds like, you know, planetarium, you know, something like that. And it's a little bit windy. It's quite, oh, there are tourists. There are tourists. And then let's talk about it. Most of the theater was renovated. Soon I will show you a small part actually remains like it is. You can see in the arena that the arena is made of marble. Marble is not part of King Herod time. He couldn't afford himself to do that. Then now, if you see marble in Caesarea, you know that it came from different times, no, from the Romans' time, that control Israel and Caesarea, of course. We will talk about why Caesarea later on, but today it's one of the main theaters in Israel. If you want to say I am the one, then this is the place for you. I don't know if you can hear me. There's a lot of wind here. We are very close to the sea, actually, at the sea, and it's still a wintry day. Only for one day, but you can see how impressive is that theater. For the theater at that time, many people came. Most of them, if not all of them, were citizens of Rome, and everyone sat according to the status in the center. Of course, the most important people, and slowly above it, the poorest or the less important people. Usually women and slaves weren't here, but I'm not sure about it. The marble, we already know that it was made later on, and now they can float it with water, could float it with water, and you can actually see from here battle scenes. Caesarea. Wait a minute, don't continue, although they are renovating the stage. I want to go out from the most important exit that I'm sure that King Herod, so many important people actually use it, like Pontius Pilate, for example. And soon you will see his palace. A theater at this time was a temple dedicated to the god of wine, Dionysus, and Jews weren't allowed to visit here. Why are you not taking a picture of me too? Why not? Yeah, then they can see me, and they can see me shaking now. But remember, we are going to see where King Herod left that theater, then you have to wait. The only seats from the first century, from the time of King Herod, are here, the first row. And you can see that my wife and my daughter trying to climb there. And she won! My daughter won! Look at that, and I have to take a picture of you. Then, the scanner fence, the back part of the theater wasn't here. You couldn't see the view of the sea. Why I couldn't see it? First of all, noise. Secondly, it's not part of the Roman theater. Then the scanophones actually collapsed and you cannot see a lot of it. Now, we are going through the volatorium of the king, of King Herod. King Herod, then. Nothing was grey, I forgot to mention it. You can see the plaster here. That plaster tells you that it used to be covered, and I'm sure it was covered with colors as well. They didn't survive a lot. You can see more of the plaster right there. Now we are King Herod, his daughter, which I'm not sure that he had, and his wife Mariam. In this garden you can see part of that backstage. Here it is. And here, and soon, if you will wait with me, you will see where the marble came from, because we in Israel, we don't have marble. That's how it looks like. You see that they could cover it from the sun, and that part you cannot see. What you saw is now the sea itself. And that park shows you part of what we found here. Then we are saying now goodbye to the theater, but still, look at that column. Well, there's so many columns here, but what's the difference between that column and the others? Can you see? No, alright, Corinthians, all of them are. Whoa, she saw it. There's a cross here. It means that that column is only from the 4th century, when the Romans Empire converted themselves to Christianity. And just before we will say goodbye, let me show where the marble came from. Look at that sarcophagus. They want to be buried in it, or maybe with a sandstone. Doesn't look so well. Here it is. All the red dots tells you where the marble came from, and you can see that here we have not even a bit of it. Then, from the time of King Herod, we had no marble in Caesarea, but later on, when the Romans came, they brought it from Turkey of today, Greece of today, Greek of today, and Egypt, of course. It's March 2020, Caesarea Israel.